Yes, it does. And now game capture doesn't want to work. Really, game. Give me the game. Anyway, when we're waiting on OBS finally getting its act together, welcome to the channel and welcome back to another live stream. So, if you haven't joined us for the test live stream this morning, last night, you wouldn't noticed that we have got a clock over in that direction under the like, subscribe, like, comment box. If you've been here from the start and seen the countdown timer, that's new. That's just been added this morning, just after the last stream. And we now have the chat box. What should be in an okay place, but for some reason OBS doesn't want to capture FarmSim22, even though it's set up to capture FS22. So bear with me 2 seconds. Because for some reason it doesn't want to capture it, and I have no idea why. I haven't changed any settings in this at all, and yeah. Why is this not caption OBS FarmSim? There we go. OBS is in one. OBS is having one of its. OBS is having one of its moments. Words. Anyway, now that OBS has finally worked out what it's actually meant to be doing in life. Yeah. I've got to then remember what I'm doing in this map. So, hopefully this map is crossplay compatible. Yeah. What was I doing the last time I was on this map, guys? Because I can't remember. I remember we were doing hay. Yeah, we were doing hay. Yes, we were doing hay. And then did I start cutting trees down to make some money? Can anyone actually remember what's going on? I've actually just jumped on this map about 5 minutes before I went live, officially. Because I was for about 15 minutes before I went onto this map, I was busy trying to get chat to work on OBS. And then realised for some reason the schedule was put into private, so none of the chat was working. So yeah. So I've basically just had to go through every single live stream we've got planned for this week, including the 24-hour live stream. Now, yeah, we don't need to do that right this minute. I am going to play that a wee bit later on. So yeah, I will play that a little bit later on so you can hear it in full. Today is going to be, this stream is going to be the last time you'll hear it in full until Saturday. It will be every now and then. Until then, just to make sure that you don't miss the carry on that we have in place for the 24-hour live stream. So don't worry, we're not going to talk about the 24-hour live stream all stream. Yeah. I'm excited for it and I'm kind of not excited for it. So easy. To the point where, yeah, I still don't know what we're actually doing in this map whatsoever. As far as I can remember, did we sell trees at the end of the last live stream just to make some money? So obviously we don't have super strength enabled. That was mid yawn. I do apologise. We don't have super strength anymore. That's what we were doing. Yeah. Yeah. I need to do a bit of plowing, and I think that's what I was doing. So, what was I going to use a cultivator? Now, do I have that enabled for no, what's the biggest tractor? That was 145. That's 140. There ain't much difference. So, I'm hoping that we have Great Fields with cultivator enabled, or is it a power application? Either or. I hope that it's still enabled, because if it's not, I am extremely. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know why I started and stopped. Yeah. Anyway, let me just make sure we do have this enabled. I'm not going to bring it up. Yay! Right. So I'm hoping that that is across. Wait, it must be because it's enabled through the auto start. So I know I'm saying so many times. So we will do as much as this. Right, okay. The reason it was doing that is because we were in what it terms as a field. So we don't have it enabled. Right. So we do need the plough, but we can't afford. So I'm going to, I know I'm saying so again, we are going to have to deal with this. And that's probably why I stopped doing it, is because I was going to enable it. But because we got asked to play Crossplay, that is what we're doing. This is going to be probably the only map, the second only map we're going to do it on. Whether or not we keep doing it on the Australian map remains to be seen. It depends on how I get on doing the setup in the week, and it also depends on whether or not person that asked for the Crossplay map to be added to the live stream actually joins. If that person does not join, then it will resort back to stand PC only mission. And that person would have blown it for everyone else. So that person would be the one that would get everyone's blame. So yeah, that person knows exactly who they are, so I don't need to mention the name. YouTube is being a pain in the rear end. So yeah, I don't know how we're going to get on with the live stream over Saturday, because we say weekend. 24-hour live stream. I have no idea how that's going to roll out, play, whatever, over the weekend. What I do know is yeah, it's going to be happening. Rightfully or wrongfully, it will happen. I am planning on having a very, very, very special guest joining us. Hopefully she is able to join. I'm not going to mention any names, but if you know, you know, please do not put it in the comments, don't mention it in the channel, don't mention it anywhere on this channel. If you do, you will be possibly timed out indefinitely, or at least until Saturday morning, possibly. I've leaked it because I'm allowed to leak it. You are not allowed to leak it. If you've been paying attention, you will know exactly what I'm about. Also, she is a very busy young lady. And at this point in time, have no idea if she's actually even going to be watching on Saturday. That's how busy she is. So, the second this person starts talking, I'm fairly sure you're going to work out who they are. What's kind of worrying me, actually, that is really, really worrying me. Once you see that this person talk, you may recognise who they are. Yeah. And the best bit is, I'm still going to screw up what I'm going to say. We all know that that's going to happen. But it's live, so we can't do it again and again and again and again. Yeah, we get one shot of live stuff, as everybody knows. Life is a one shot. Now, I'm going to have words with one of my mods. Yeah. Because the main mod, the main mod is in chat, because I've seen a couple of those messages already. But the new mod has not been in for the last couple of streams. Now, I don't think he was in yesterday. Now, he's getting as bad as the Raging Puppy on Bill's mod team. Where he doesn't appear. So this mod is probably going to end up having these or was it Passionate Puppet? It's either Raging Puppet or Passionate Puppet. If you watch Squirrel's stuff, you'll know. But yeah, we don't want a Passionate Puppet on this channel, trust me. But yeah. Yeah, we don't want either of those. Anyway, yeah, I've lost the thought. Yeah, obviously, if this mod doesn't do his job, doesn't come in and stay in chat, mod, and do whatever over the weekend when we need him, then I'm gonna have to be sticking word with him. It's not gonna be a lot of sticking word. He's gonna be the one standing. I'm the one probably going to be sitting down. And it's not going to be a quiet conversation. Yeah. It's going to be a arse-kicking conversation to the point where he will possibly lose all mod abilities. So we'll go back to one mod. If that happens, we will create a position for a mod. One of you all to come and join us as mods. Now, I'm looking for somebody who can do at least 2 streams out of 3. Coming in mind that we are now streaming pretty much every day apart from Monday at this point in time. End of the month, begin the last full week of August, in the first week of September, I'm not going to be here. Whether or not I have time to put a video up, a couple of videos up, I don't know. Probably not, because obviously we'll be streaming right up until probably the weekend before I go. There is a few problems that are now standing in my way, however, of course. Because the training provider has now realised that I need to go and do something that they should have spotted when they take the payment. So instead of waiting for the end of it and realising, oh, yeah, he needs to go and do something, yeah, it's something that they should have flagged up at the start. Not what they are in fact. So I don't know what's going on. I'm getting to the stage where I'm about ready to do something. Because this has been going on and on and on for so long now that I'm getting to the end of my tenure here at all. So yeah. Now we all know how slow the UK is at actually doing anything at the minute. And it's only got worse since the Labour government's got in charge. Yeah, they couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. That's how bad the government are. At the minute, all UK government parties that are in power just now are always bad. Piss up brewery spring to mind. And the fact they couldn't organise one of that piss up in a brewery. Yeah. If you don't understand what piss up in a brewery, if you don't understand what piss up in a brewery means, well, basically you're too young. Basically, it's a brewery. It's obviously someone that provides the drink from pubs, either a retail for alcohol from pubs. Some breweries own certain pubs. Here in the UK, some pubs are what are classified as a free house, where they can go to any brewery or any source of supplier, as long as it's legal and yeah, the taxes are paid on the items that are still in the UK. So what the saying basically goes to and says is a brewery is full of drink, right? And if you couldn't organise piss up in a brewery that's got tons and tons of drink, there ain't much hope for you. So yeah. Piss up's basically getting drunk. If you don't know what getting pissed means, basically slang for getting drunk. Rat-arsed. Stolting is a good Scottish one. Means exactly the same. Yeah. Yeah, Stoughton's a very, very old word. Not often used. There was a song. Who was it? It was either the late Andy Stewart or Billy Thornwood that sung it. I think it's Andy Stewart that sang it, the version that I've got. And it's Glasgow Belongs to Me. And it's basically, as he starts off, basically saying he was going down, he was at Central Station in Glasgow, and he was going away down south for whatever the story was, and there was a Highland policeman, a guy that was completely brat-arsed, stolen drunk, and also himself, the guy that was telling the story, whatever. And he basically said, this policeman basically said to this rascal who's drunk, he said, "Do you belong to Glasgow?" And he turns around to him and went, "No, Glasgow belongs to me." And They started, yeah, it started singing as of that point. But yeah. But anyway, we'll get this done. Because we've started it. That's how we go right then. Obviously, if you want to join the server, feel free. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you may do so. I ain't going to stop you. I'll stop you from leaving one. I'm joking. If you want to leave, leave. We ain't stopping you. Yeah. If you want to like the live stream, not the like. If you want to like the live stream, you may do that as well. If you want to share a link to the videos with your friends, family, enemies, whoever, you may do so. One of the things I will say is please bear in mind that my summer cat is not suitable for immature people. Yeah. Because the smoking and the death scenes and all that wonderful stuff, it keeps us right, keeps you right, and everything else in between. Not only that, it keeps YouTube happy. So yeah. So I'm basically fully set up now for doing the live streams, the live 48-hour live 48-hour. Don't. It's a 24-hour live stream. Thank you very much. We are not doing 48-hour. We might do it over the Christmas period, but I am not at this point in time doing 48-hour live stream. So if you want a 48-hour live stream or a 72-hour live stream, you're going to have to start subscribing. You're going to have to force your mates to subscribe. You're going to have to force your family to subscribe. Your enemies, your mums, your dads, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, everyone that you know, you are going to have to make them subscribe. If you want a 72-hour live stream, you are going to have to make them subscribe. Because we will need so many subscriptions, it's going to be unreal. Obviously, if we get to 1,000, I will think about doing a 48-hour one. Once YouTube allows us to make money from the videos and the channel and all that. But yeah, I am not doing a 48-hour live stream for nothing. I don't mean doing a 24-hour one for charity, but that's where I draw the line. Because I know I can stay awake for 24 hours. Once we start getting into the 48-hour, 72-hour, that's when issues happen. You know, yeah. once you start going over the 24 hours, then that's when you basically need to know that your body can do that. That you can mentally do that. Somebody nearby that can intercept if something goes wrong. And yeah, that's what you people doing it for radio stations and that. They've got people there who know exactly what's going on, and everyone's been briefed on like this is what could happen, this is what could happen. But it's fine from where they're sitting, because obviously they're sitting in a controlled environment. I'm sitting at my desk just now, table, but it's not a controlled environment. Don't have anyone here basically to watch my back if I was to 48-hour live stream or 72 hours, or I don't have a moderator on that can stay awake all that time either, that knows where I stay. If something was to go wrong, also I don't have a camera up so you can, you know what I mean? It's those little fail safes that aren't in place for me to do a 48-hour live stream or a 72-hour live stream. 24 hours I know I can do that safe, but and I have, I can stay awake 24 hours quite easily. I do get tired, don't get me wrong. I will probably, take a walk at some point, probably in the early hours. More than definitely just clear my head. But yeah, you know what I mean? I am not looking forward to playing my summer car at Erlengrant night though. But yeah, it's one of those things at the end of the day. So what we're going to do is, hopefully, some of you will feel the pity and donate to the charity event that we're doing this for. If you don't have the money to do so, it's fine. As long as you're subscribed to the channel. If you want to support the charity event, and you're in the UK and you're unable to donate to help the event go ahead, there is a link to the Facebook page, I believe, on the channel, where you can go, you can basically send that charity a message, the event a message, and basically just say if there's anything you can do to help, meaning the viewer, and the team will get back, somebody within that team will get back to you with more information on what you can do to support them. It might be that you just show up at the event when it's near you, there's a bit of fundraising at the time. It's rattling some buckets, or giving out raffle tickets, or serving food and drink to people, that kind of stuff. But yeah, at the minute, the route that the latest route that was mentioned is a pretty nice route. It's a lot of iconic views, a lot of historic views. Yeah. Obviously, I've lost train of thought. Yeah. It will come to me at some point. Yeah, it would be nice to, summer month, when it was first planned, it was planned to do around about June time, May, June time, but with everything that's happened, it got pushed off, and there's only so much time you can sit and wait for people back to you who can sponsorship, and most of the companies that are coming back to the team, most of them are just coming back going, oh, we're not interested. Most of them, you could tell, hadn't even read what charities were fundraising for. What really, it pisses me off. I know it pisses the team off as well. But yeah. And it's just, and then you get a company that promised to take part and sponsors the event by providing something. I've now turned around and went, we're no longer interested, after saying we're going to promise to provide this, we're not providing it anymore. And even when the team started talking to the beginning of this year, it was all, we'll still do this, we'll still do it. About 3 months later, it was, no, we're no longer interested. We can't do this. We're not helping you out. They were trying to get other people in to help that company out, but without anyone backing. Yeah, but it just takes, all they're looking for is one company, basically, or a large sponsor, basically, go on board first and go, yep, we're behind you 140%. And we're going to do this, and this through Azure. To launch the event. Not portfolio, awareness, that's the word I wanted. But yeah, it's everything takes its time. One of the things I meant to add to this was the low mod, and I think that's um, a thingy mod, PC only mod, I believe. So yeah, um, but we'll get there. And yeah, no, I'm doing absolutely nothing there. But anyway, is everybody having a good week so far? And also, does anybody know where this year's went? This year has just flown by so fucking fast, it's unreal. Yeah, another couple of days and we're in August already. Literally, another couple of days and we're in August. So how many people have looked at the schedule so far for what's happening over the 24-hour live stream? Yeah, but you don't count. You're one of the mods, you should be looking over the schedule. I mean, you were in stream this morning, so you know exactly what's going on. Well, when you've been going for about an hour, gee. Yeah, when we get to about 8:30, I will reveal the um final. Yeah, so I'll reveal what I'm going to reveal at 8:30. yeah, start to finish, obviously, just over 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, that kind of timeline. Yeah. If you're in this morning, you would have seen it. It's not going to get shown after this live stream in full again. It will get shown for about 20 seconds or something. Here and there during the week. My back's itchy now. But yeah. The other points in the week. Yeah. So, what we'll do is we'll take the fem. We will put the drill on the back end. Pretty sure there's no seeding that in this. Nope. So, because we don't have a front load or anything like that at this point in time, we will have to go to the store and get seed. And then what? And then probably when we get back, it'll be around about 8:30. So, just realised we don't actually have any seeds here. I thought we had some, but anyway, let's buy some seed. Go with the pallets because there's a few more in the pallets. And they're cheaper as well. We can go for 2 of them. Actually, no, let's go for 3 of them because we're going to need them eventually. We don't have any fertilizer. It's not a problem just now, but it is going to be a problem at some point. And I've just realised this is a parallel self drill, direct drill even. So yeah. We are going to have to come back and get the rest. Why is this not changing? Thank you. So we want grass seed, we can put grass in. Um, so yeah, we have a lot to do. Also need to be able to afford Wi-Fi at some point. So did anybody enjoy this morning's brief look at how long it takes me to set up a farm? Yeah, this one was the easiest one. This was just put together about 5 minutes before we went live. Yeah, this one was always meant to be as hard to survive as possible. Unfold seed room. So we can't even afford to hire a lot at this point. Because we actually just cannot afford it. So I might go with some place. I might look. However, oh. Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't know what we're folding on for. No, it's a wheel. Wow. So yeah. We just can't afford a worker. We've only got £1,000 in the bank. We've still got so much more stuff that we need to do. Yeah, this map will always stay Crossplay friendly, I think. I don't know when playing this map, basically. Right. Before we can fuel and money. So what we're going to do is we are going to put the 24-hour live stream game bounce up. I'm going to mute my mic and so you can listen to it in full. Yeah, when it's playing, I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee because there's nothing else I can really do when you're listening to that. So, 3, 2, 1, and it's up. a wee bit longer than what I was expecting. Yeah, I actually put my dinner on at the same time I was making my coffee and forgot I actually went to make my coffee. Not only that, I actually sat through the first 4 minutes of that to watch it fully through again. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think it played actually for 12 minutes there. I do apologise for that. It's only meant to play 4 minutes, but I don't know for emergency reasons. Give me 2 seconds. Right, I think I'm back now. How long for? I don't know, but I'm back. Anyway, let's get Yokit. Yeah. So we will do our best to cover as much of this as we possibly can. I Yeah, I actually just remember how much I've watched for a change. Um, so yeah, at 9 o'clock I will go through the schedule for Saturday's live stream. So yeah, I'm coming up with ideas on how to try and do stuff for you, and what I can do to test my skill set, if that makes sense. So I haven't done any basically anything to do with graphical design, anything like that. So everything I'm doing, with paint and the editing side of things, I'm teaching myself how to do it, by the way. So it's even stuff through OBS. I'm teaching myself how to do it. I've no one to ask for help. So yeah, it's a massive learning curve from my point of view. Yeah. Some of it, when I done that video last night, or early hours of this morning, it took me about 2 hours just to work out what music actually fitted the best, and they were the 4 songs out there, probably about 12 songs that I listened to, that actually done anything. They were the song, I pulled 12 songs across, and then had to pull those 4 songs backwards and forwards to work out which ones actually fitted perfect without going over a time. And then, I was thinking, how can I do this now? How can I do that? So I'm hoping the first minute songs is enough, to bounce the game into the other one. The reason that bit's 4 minutes long, 4 minutes 20 seconds or something, is just in case we bounce into a game and I've got to put Barcelona, I've got to send invites, and I've got to do stuff. So also I've got to sit down with one of the mods who's going in most games. The other mod is modding most of the time, so we're trying not to overstretch ourselves is pretty much what we're doing. Also, I'm the one that's doing short, I'm the one that's live streaming every 24 hours. I'm hoping that Storm will be able to get in as many of those games as possibly can, because then that way he'll get told he's also modding at the same time. Yeah, he doesn't know that one yet. Yeah. So if you know of a modder who is currently at a roast end on Saturday for the 24-hour live stream, please send me my direction, please. Yeah. I might have to go beg, borrow and steal a mod from someone, well, a few hours methinks, or another streamer that knows exactly what they're doing in chat. Not as if you won't need much babysitting, because you are normally pretty good. However, the last time I said that, we had a troll one. So yeah. Yeah. I'm done doing trolls. If you can't read what it says about speaking in English only in chat, then you get warned and you don't translate what you've said, it's bye bye. You're not welcome to the channel. I don't have patience to deal with you. Yeah, mods don't have time to deal with you. We're all here to hang out and have fun. We're not here to play with little trolls that think they're being smart. If you want to troll anyone, you can go and troll, well, on Twitch and YouTube. He's got both channels, so you can go and troll him at the weekend and tell him that I sent you if you want. By all means, you can tell him that I sent you. Because he is one of the world's biggest trolls in the world. So yeah. I couldn't give fine fuck. Yeah, I used to be part of the community, and basically after the way that the mods treating their, most of the mods are treated like shit. They treat you as if you're something they've walked in. Paul himself, I thought was quite a nice guy, and yeah, he's not as nice as he lets on. He's a little bit two-faced, as they say. And my upstairs neighbour's making up here to get. So, He's also one of the only streamers that I know that doesn't promote any other stream unless there's something in it for him. So, I'll say to you that go and check Mr. Silly P out that I did at the weekend. Go and check Dagwood out. Go and blame Dagwood for my channel if you want. It's his fault that I really started doing videos. Yeah, because he made it look easy. And it's far from it. Live streaming is easier compared to doing videos. But that being said, the way OBS has been this week and the way YouTube's been this week so far, actually making videos is actually a lot easier. But I started off doing the videos through Photo Editor, I think it was called at the time. Photoshop Editor, that was it. I'd done that through the style system that I had one of those pads with a style pen, and that's how I edited the videos. That's you got a brief story of what was going on, what I might actually do at some point, work how to do it as a live stream, maybe one or two of my early videos, what I believe were emergency call 112. I believe that was my first video. It was a good game, but the reason I stopped doing it was at the time there wasn't a lot of people watching that video, and the calls kept repeating themselves. So that was putting me off the game. The calls kept repeating themselves far too often, and your promotion didn't relate on the calls that you got. So you were getting you could have been getting maintenance of calls, and you had done everything you needed to do to get up to the supervisor's level, to the commander's level. But you weren't getting, and you still don't get severe calls. So that's one of the things that put me off, and then I went back into it to play about a month ago, 2 months ago, because I was thinking that these videos are doing so well, and I might revisit it. I might do another series on that. Okay, Emergency Call 112. The second one's come out. By now. So went on, had a wee play about. Nothing really changed, apart from a few of the mods have broke. So a few of the designs, libraries, logos, whatever you want to call them, don't work anymore. The graphics side of things, I think it's got worse. They're getting better over the years. The calls themselves are still the same. You still get really shit balls compared to flashing lights. Yeah, it's a completely different game. Flashing lights. Um, but it's okay. You're able to drive in flashing lights in a straight line and turn corners properly. Emergency call 112. They still haven't fixed that. Yeah, they still never fixed it. And they went on and worked on emergency call, the second one. The other one that I always meant to go and buy was the Autobahn Police one. Again, it's a German game. Yeah, it's I don't know what the new one's like. There's a 4 now in the high run Roko, is it? I do apologise if I've butchered your name. Breaking the rules. So Graham Parker, the Hoof GP, has just posted a video on YouTube for anyone that wants to see what he's up to. Something about breaking the rules when it comes to hoof trimming or something dodgy like that. Yeah, his videos are quite good. His books even better. It's from my point of view, it's not an easy read because I'm dyslexic. So the paper quality is not good enough. I don't think it's not. It's too white, like too creamy, for easy reading for somebody who's dyslexic. And that's even with using one of the old style cards on it. Tom Pemberton one. It's a nice easy read. It's the right colour paper. I didn't need cards for that at all. And again, he is same. So yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is very quickly check my dinner, and then I will go over what's happening on Saturday. So if you just bear with me 2 seconds. Right. If we're not finished up. If not, we will be diving to Farm Sim. Sorry, if we finish the Rat Out Simulator, we will jump over to Farm Sim for Bond Road. It's 7 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we will be on ETS2, again, multiplayer, and it will be Convoy. The only game that gets its own time slot and its own live stream is My Summer Car. That we all know it's in player, and that's at 11 o'clock. So that'll take us right through to 1 o'clock morning on Sunday, 4th of August. We will be back with Farm Sim pretty much for the rest of the morning. So yeah, we'll start off with Generous Farm, which based on what I use. By the time we go live, we are at 5. And anybody's got any questions regarding the live stream over the weekend, I will do my best to try and answer them. So I'll put the music up for the last 40 odd seconds. Because I'm sure people have left for now. So, anyone any questions for the weekend? If anybody's got any questions for the weekend, now is the time to ask them. Actually, no, it's not. But you know what I mean. If you've got any questions about what's going on over the weekend, or how you can get involved in playing the games or doing whatever, please feel free to ask. So flashing lights will be a secure server. We will put a password on flashing lights. We will be looking for around a maximum of 20 people for flashing lights. So you will need a password for that. And the passwords will change when the game changes, if that makes sense. It's not the same password for every single game. Before anybody thinks about it. Yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, so how one of the mods just asked a really, really good question. How do you donate? So we'll go over it in more detail on Saturday morning, but this the link is up. It's up just now. So basically, the the event that we're raising money for is the UK-wide Trucking Vintage Vehicle Run. So if you want to help them raise money for charity, you can donate to the GoFundMe page. The link should be in my homepage. In there, you'll find all the information you need for the charity, the charity fundraising event. Anything that's not, any information that's not there is either deemed to be a risk of copyright. So we have, well, the event themselves have had people trying to copy what they've been doing, if that makes sense, and claim that it was their own idea and all that kind of stuff. So we've got the team that I'm involved with, we've put a lot of those rumours to bed, because obviously when we started doing it, we the evidence, say when we started to do it, the idea was actually ours and all the rest. So, hence the reason that very little information is now being shared with the general public. And the companies that have been approached, ones that have been told that the event owns the rights to the event. And we will fight basically. The event will report any copycats that immediate effect. They will be reported to all necessary places. Because the event's not doing the hard work for some little scumbag to come in and decide, oh, we could do this. All the hard work is done, we'll do it. No. Ain't happening. And we'll back the event up 100% of the way every single time. So I stand by the event team that put the rules in place. The charity stuff like share the route can't be shared. To make the iconic menu that's made for the event won't be shared. And basically you would have to buy your tickets before to make the route get shared with you and the menu get shared. You know what I mean? So they're trying to keep it as unique as possible. Hence reason they've added a section that was in previously. There is talk of another section being added and removed and edited a wee bit. In talks with them currently. A couple of bits have changed. One's detour, the other is a massive change, and that's because of where they're going to stay tonight. And the place where the event wanted to stay overnight, that place has since decided they want to down a green route. So it kind of goes against the machines that are going to be the plan was it's going to be vintage vehicles, tractors, obviously who's doing it with tractors I suppose, agricultural help. That's one of the main goals for it. And that was long before Labour government came into power. And fuel farmers decided to utilize that because of what the Labour government was doing. It's not because of that, it's the reason why we're doing it at Erlengrant Farm, our cultural community, is basically what you see in front of you use. Now, I'm in here on my own, okay, I've got yourselves in chat watching this, but this is how it normally is for small farms. They're on their own pretty much 26 hours of the day. Small crofters who have basically worked every single day of their life on the farm to the point where they have no friends left, not much of a family left, because they've put every single part of their life into putting food on their table. And it then gets to the point where they get so fed up, depressed, that one thing leads to the other, and unfortunately, they're no longer with the living people. You know, some have seeked help, some haven't. Some people have obviously not put two and two together. Luckily, been there when that person needs help. Maybe just at the right point. Maybe for those unfortunate ones that just happen to have just the wrong moment. Well, just the right moment. You know what I mean? You, you hear about a farmer who fell into septic, not into septic, that's still the time. Yeah. The modern day fabricants, the one the government wants us, the farmers with the big towers, they're very hard falling. Yeah. The old style hitting for you, yeah, they're no falling. Yeah. They're very easy to fall into. But the tower fans, they're not. So if you hear of a farmer who's apparently fell into the tower storyline, I'm not going to go into details for that one, but you get what I'm hinting at. So I'm not saying that we're all like that, I'm just saying that from being in the industry and obviously looking in, you know damn well what goes on, you know it's not a good way for somebody to want to end their life. Whether they felt it's the only way out, you know, we'll never know, because unfortunately, with the time it takes somebody to run up the ladder to a road to try and catch the person, or yeah, no, it's different group, it's still they're gone. As long as the ladder wasn't on and they went in, yeah. Yeah. If it was on and they fell in, all I'm going to say is it's probably going to be a messy mess. And I wouldn't want anyone to have to deal with that one. Not even emergency services, and yeah, because they've usually been much left. There's a far nicer ways to go around jumping into this story tunnel. But yeah, well, just doing this YouTube goes on so yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, most farmers end their life by unfortunately double barrel. Yeah, and again it's saying no one that you reach out to, no one around the support. Most farmers are the generation where they ain't going to seek medical help. And if they do, they can't get a GP's appointment because there's no GPs available. But that's another rant for another day. But yeah, it's the yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to say is just because some this goes for everyone, not just crofters, the only farm worker that sits in the tractor all day in the middle of nowhere and throws a field, cultivates a field, or mows a tops, or does whatever. Even lambing, carpentering, the lawnmowers, the carvers. Yeah, you're okay if you're lambing or carving inside. You're pretty much in the farmyard at that point. Most of them will be people around. If you're a lamber and you're on whole sheep out in the hill, 7 days a week, maybe 12 hours a day, 18 hours a day, whatever depending. You have, let's say you're in Scotland, it, it normally pisses down or snows when people start hitting them now. But yeah, it just takes two really, really, really great, boring, miserable, high school, shitty days. And the hours still going to come, the alarms are still going to come. But they're the days where you're cold, the alarms within about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes are going to be freezing. Your rule of thumb is you don't go out in those days. You don't disturb any animal in those days. But you also got the other side of that coin. If you're going in disturbing that hill top who maybe may not have found shelter, you're going in there disturbing them, you're disturbing the lambs, you're disturbing the sheep. And yeah, you have to alarm them. Yeah, just because storms were still got the consequences to deal with that. It just takes actually 2 days of shit. Or every single time you going around, maybe find a dead cow, or a dead lamb, or a hungry lamb, a hung lamb, you know what I mean? It gets to you. Haven't been in that position. I've seen it both first hand and second hand. So I've seen family friends go through it. I've been through it myself. Where you're having a really, really bad day. And you know, every single time you've done, you've got a problem. To the point where, yeah, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, you're still going to get the breakfast. That means you probably started about 6 o'clock in the morning with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and maybe a slice of toast to possibly get you going for the day. And then you're not back in until 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. For your breakfast. Amen. And then you might have to back out and feed 20 odd pet rats because you've had a cunt of a day. So then you might not get to bed till 10 o'clock time and all that. That is if you actually need to your bed, you might just make it to the kitchen table. Maybe even the oven room. Sofa in the oven room. You know, we microwave to take meal because we've decided what something else to eat. And then you back out 6 o'clock for the morning to do it all over again. If you get 2 days like that back to back, where you actually only get a few hours sleep, because if you sit down, yeah, okay, your eyes want to go to sleep, but your head's not. I've already said hi to you. But I've been here for the last 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's you that's just here now, thank you very much. I did send you a message to say that I was going live on Discord. So yeah, it just takes a couple of days of not getting any sleep and dealing with what's going on. To me, not just the family, but the family members, the landlords, the carvers. You know, you're carving your time because obviously you're in around the farm, you're seeing people. You know, if you're working with a team, you're seeing people. If you're a hill landlord, you might just see one person off the farm in a day, and that, you know, might be another shepherd, it might be the farm manager who's hired you in, or the farmer who's hired you in to land the whole sheep, all the cows. and you might not see that person again until the following day, if you're lucky. So if you've got nobody there to rely on, and yeah, your partner, it's not just men, the alarm sheep yells, what the hell's yells? Girls, yeah, are also shepherds, shepherdesses, they also alarm. Does it affects absolutely everyone, but the car as well, you know what I mean. So who, whoever's farming, whoever's carving, you know, I'm just using that as an example. It affects everyone in the same way, and everyone's got great point. In every form of life, no matter what you're doing, everyone has great point. From you guys, girls that are watching, to my mod team, to myself, to your family, our families, everyone is great point. Now, some people's breaking points quite easy for them to get to, and other people take a good bit to break them. And it might not just be one little thing that's led to them to get to that break. It might be all the things throughout their life that's just been nibbling away at them, to the point where you just can't take it anymore. That person can't take it anymore. And that person might feel that there's only one way out for them, and that's taking it, basically. And that's, again, one of the reasons why the events raise money for mental health charities that they're raising money for. Again, it's not just a family. It's not just an agricultural community that's going to benefit from that. Mind with what's the mental health charity, to support people mentally and physically, depending on what's happening in their life. So yeah. So I've actually forgotten what was going to say there. Yeah. So it's not just us normal people. It's emergency services. Think of the shit they see every single day of their life, with their working life. Most of them wouldn't even tell their family what they see, and some of them don't even feel as if they can talk to the colleagues. You know, fire brigade, the medics, the paramedics. first responders, yeah, and then you've got obviously armed forces, military personnel. Um, Especially like, you know, soldiers and that were in Afghan, Iraq, who have seen people being blown up. You know, take everything else that's going on in the world just now. Um, so yeah, so yeah, also raising money for mine, raising money for help the heroes. Um, then there's all the cancer research, the heart disease um, foundation as well, and then they're also raising money for British Horse Society. Um, yeah, and then some heroes, they're ambulance crews throughout the UK. There's 21 of them. So yeah, most of them I never even heard of. Um, but yeah, they're also wanting to raise money to raise awareness for ADHD research and all the stuff that goes with that, and support for people who and families who have often been diagnosed with that, and Tourette's. Um, the one I'm not going to talk about on this channel because it's, mind you, we've talked about it, yeah, okay, talked about it on the channel, yeah. But this one, and I'm just going to say it out there just now, if um, if you ever had or know of anyone that's miscarried or had a stillborn, caught death or anything like that, there's there's a charity out there called Lullaby. I'm pretty sure if you've been through that, you've heard of them. Fortunately, I've yeah, I found out about it through Google research and all that with the team. Um, so they are there to help you, but yeah, again, it's not a charity that the team want to raise money for. They want to raise money for get as many defibrillators into rural communities as possible, because does everyone know where their nearest defib is? Nope. I honestly don't know where my nearest defib is. But yeah, the fact, pardon me, but they need to be a wee bit better in taking what they currently are. But anyway, I've been on a wee bit too long with what I was saying. But basically what I was saying about the mental health side of things, depression, all that, just because somebody's saying they're okay, they might look okay on the outside. They might say they're okay. Yeah, I've worked with people, I'm not going to mention the company I worked with at the time, but, or their names, but I worked with a company who, we had a couple of guys, one in particular, um, basically came, yeah, we were working together, he came up to me and he said, I'm not doing very well. I'm finding it hard, all the rest of it. So, because of what we were doing, um, that day I was, over that week actually, I was a team leader. I was supervising my team, and spotted one of the managers um, who was there. So I basically turned around to him and said, "Look, this person has came to me and said they're not feeling that great mentally, um, and they're feeling a bit low. So at that point, I hadn't received any training to deal with that. Um, so I'm going to have to bounce this phone yet again. So I hadn't received any training to to deal with that situation, but I knew the manager had. So that was my reason why I went to the manager and said, look, um, so I went to the manager and said, look, we need to help this guy out. So the manager then went and spoke to him, pulled him aside, quite a lot. Yeah, I did say, look, go and have a quiet word, go and, see what you think on the QT. And he did actually go and do it. He was very discreet about it. Yeah, spoke to the guy later on that day. He said, "You really okay? It's fine if you want to talk. It's sorry I went to the manager, but you know, I'm really not in that position to be able to help apart from going to the manager and going, look, as a team leader, I am well at it for this one. But from that point, I was then able to work better as a team leader. When it was made up, when it was the entire up and all that. Seriously, YouTube, fuck off. Stop bringing me up that time. But from that moment, when I went to the manager later on, whatever, and said, look, we need to do something here, and everybody's pissed off with this job, this site. He actually turned around to me and he went, yeah, so am I. To the point where And it was a really, really wet, miserable day. Like cold rain. And it wasn't just a shower, this was constant pour. And it had been wet the day before, it had been wet all weekend, and this is now about Tuesday, and everything's wet. The fans getting stuck. The 3.5 ton tippers were getting stuck. And yeah, even the site we were on, the other contracts and that, their vehicles were getting stuck. And yeah, we were okay, we were on the hard stand most of the time. But we were having to do a lot of work in heavy ground, heavy clay soil, and we're also walking up and down steep inclines. And the manager's like, I've got a meeting at 10, so it was about 15 minutes time. He went for the meeting, came back about 5 past, 10 past. Pack your gear up, you're going home. Every single reason. Pack your gear up, have your break, and just take your fucking time going in that fucking road. You're not coming, you guys are not back here for at least 2 weeks. I've had enough of this fucking place. Yeah. So we got down. The best point was we get down about just before our normal finishing time. We were told to obviously take our time, no rush. Have your break, take a good couple hours for your break. You fucking deserve it, that kind of stuff. And YouTube's still going stupid buggers with me, so bear with me, I will bounce my phone yet again. So basically the next day we went away doing our job, and yeah, it was fine. Then we went back to our job. It was a good 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks we went back, and basically we were told when we went back we would never ever be going over the work that other people went in and done after we finished that area off. Do you know how long that lasted for? 2 fucking days. That lasted 2 fucking days. And I am not fucking joking. It lasted 2 fucking days. To the point where I turned to the manager at the time and I said, look, I thought you guaranteed that we weren't coming back in here again. And he went fucking apeshit. He didn't go apeshit at me because at that point I was ready to turn around to me and tell him to shut up. But yeah, he went straight to the site office and he went apeshit at them. He came back and went, yeah, this is the last time. This is the fucking last time. They've been told. I said, yeah. Because we're not doing this over and over and over again just because they don't know what they're doing. I'll jump in a fucking digger and show them how to fucking pull stones out of the digger if I have to. They've got a digger operator there who's got a riddle bucket on, who clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with it. I will soon show him how to operate that machine. I know the company he works for, I know his bosses really, really well, to the point where I'll get on that digger with or without a ticket. Um, and after that balking I gave the manager, things did change. The guys who made the mess went in and they cleaned the mess up afterwards. Um, and they started bringing in heavy machinery for us to make our life a lot easier. All because I was man enough to turn around to them and go, look, everyone's getting pissed off. You're getting pissed off because we're getting pissed off. And clearly I'm not the one that's man enough to stand up to you, tell you to do your fucking job, represent your team, stand up for us, the site management, or put the lot of us off the site permanently. Because there's so many other jobs you can go to very easily. There's jobs that weren't getting done because everyone had to go to that one job. So anyway, that's that time I might have called. It has as well. So what we're going to do is we'll pass it off. I do apologise for ranting tonight. What I will do is just a little bit. Anyway, Playful Hours is will be the links for all games will be on the will all take you to Steam page if it's it is similar Saturdays. We haven't finished that this week. We're up to Simulator. If we have finished moving back forward to June, no matter which way we play game. It's 9 o'clock. We would play phase 2. Again, you will need points for it. So what I'm going to do is